Okay, so the odds are when you start adding pages and posts to your WordPress blog that you're going to want to add some media to those pages and those posts. This could be an image, a screenshot of some sort. This could be a video that you want to host. This could be an audio file you want your visitors to listen to. This can be a downloadable PDF file or an ebook you want them to have. Any type of media, the odds are you want to add something. Okay, so let's go over how you can simply add these to your post and your pages. And there are a few ways. The way I like to do it, for example, let's go to our post here. And let's say on our post, Fighting Game 101 Tutorials, I wanted to add an image right above my text. I want an image above my text here. The way you would do this is you would navigate to where you want your post, or where you want your media, and then you would click on the Add Media button. Now from here, we have a few options. The first option is the Insert Media. We can select files from our computer and upload them. You can upload your video, your image, whatever it is, you can upload it this way. Another way is you can insert it from a URL. If you have an image or something or a YouTube video you like from a URL, you can insert it this way. And another way is the media library, okay? I already uploaded a photo earlier. If you have a photo or anything that you ever upload, it's going to be in your media library. So that way you don't have to continually upload the same thing. If you put the same image or the same audio file on different posts or different pages, you would just click to your media library once you upload it once, and all your information, all your uploads will be here forever, okay? So I already uploaded a photo earlier. So I'm going to click on it because that's the one I want to use. Over here, you can give it a title, a caption, an alt text, or a description. Over here on the right-hand side. Sorry, here we go. Title, caption, alt text, or description. And the attachment details. Do you want to align this to the left, to the right, the center, or no alignment on your post or your page? Do you want to link? Do you want somebody to click this image and be linked somewhere? Do you want it to be a hyperlink? You can give it a custom URL. So for example, I can put in google.com, and when they click on my image, they go to google.com. Or you can use nothing at all. And then next, the size. How big do you want it? Do you want it to be a thumbnail size, a medium size, or the full size of the image it actually is? So I'll go with full size. And then we have an insert into post option right down here. Insert into post. Okay, there we go. Let's bring this back up. And we have it right here. Let that load up. And there you go. Right below, right above my text, we have my image. Now if I update that, I can click on View Post, and we can see what this looks like. And there you have it. Right under my blog post title, I have my image, and then my text follows below it. Okay, pretty neat, right? That's one way you can add media. And that's going to be an image. It could have been an audio file. It could have been a video file. Another way you can add media is if you want to add a bunch of media all at once, you can go to the media option right over here. Click on that. We're going to see our library of media that we currently have. And right now, all I have is this image. But we can click on Add New, and we can add a whole bunch of images all at once if we want to. And then one by one, we can add those to different posts or different pages. Also on the library status here, on the right-hand side, you will be able to see what all that certain media has already been uploaded to. As you can see, we can see it's uploaded to the Fighting Game 101 Tutorials. And you have a list of things that that image is associated with. Okay, pretty neat, right? Now let's say we want to add a video to one of our pages. Now video can be a little bit different. Now this depends on if you're going to host the video yourself, or if you want to use a video from YouTube or Vimeo or something like that, okay? Now 99% of the time, you can just use a video from YouTube or something. It's a lot easier. So I have a random video brought up over here from Whose Line Is It Anyways. Now if we go to Share, get the embed code here, copy this embed code, copy. Let's go back to our video here. Now right now we are in visual mode. As you can see right here. We're in the visual mode. We need to switch to text mode. Okay? That means we're in the HTML editing mode. Delete that. Let's paste our code. Go back, click back to visual, and we can see the boxes there. That's going to be our YouTube video. We're going to click on update. Let's view our page and see if it worked okay. Awesome, there we go. As you can see, our YouTube video is embedded inside of the Contact Gem page.
Title sequence.
Pretty cool, right? Now, if you wanted to host your own video, you will actually need to get a plugin and install the plugin that allows you to host your own video, okay? That's a little bit more complicated. If you want to keep things easy, I would recommend just uploading your video to YouTube or Vimeo and then getting the embed code from there and then pasting it just like that. That's how you add a video. Okay, so let's add one more thing here to a different page. Let's add maybe a PDF file that they can click on and read. Let's add it to the About Us section, okay? Scoot over here. I'm going to click on Add Media. Upload Files. I'm going to click on Select File. Okay, and I clicked on a PDF file I have on my desktop. And as you see, it's loaded there, okay? Now over here to the right, the link to, I want them to be able to click on that link. So I'm going to leave it just like that because I want them to click on it and be able to read that PDF. So say we had something like that. And then I click on Insert into Post at the bottom. And then we get something that looks like that there, okay? So I'm going to publish this. And let's check out the page and see how it looks. Okay, so we have our page open. It says click here to read the tutorial. And when we click on that, our PDF gets brought up, okay? Pretty cool, right? So that's how you insert media. There's multiple ways to do it. You can insert it into each post individually, or you can bulk import media into the media section and then insert them into posts and pages, okay? Any kind of media, like I said, images, videos, PDF files, anything. And media really brings the life out of your blog and your pages, so I highly recommend adding some media to each post and each page. Alright, so now let's talk about categories and tags and what the difference is between the two. Alright, so categories and tags are for posts when you make blog posts. Alright, so let's click on post here. You'll see we have categories and tags listed here, okay? Let's click on categories real quick. And right now, all we have is uncategorized. Categories are when you want to organize your post into different categories. For example, this website is video game tutorials. Okay, so perhaps I'm making daily posts on different tutorials for different video games. So I should have categories. I could have PlayStation 4 tutorials as one category, Xbox One tutorials as another category, computer game tutorials as another category, Wii U tutorials as another category, right? Does it make sense? I organize them into different systems. That could be one way. Another way I could do it is racing game tutorials, that's one category. Fighting game tutorials, that's another category. Shooting game tutorials, that's another category, right? Does that make sense? So let's make a few categories real quick. First thing you do is the name of the category, which in this case will be shooting tutorials. Next, you need a slug. A slug is the URL version of your category. So for example, the slug would be, it's yourdomainname.com / and whatever the slug is when somebody clicks on your category. So the most common thing you should do is make it the exact same thing as your category name. It should be all lowercase, and you can't use spaces, so you have to use dashes. Okay, so it'd be like that. Shooting tutorials, just like that. And a parent, I'm not going to use any parent. A description, that's for you if you want to add a description for your category, and hit add new category. Okay, so let's add another one. Okay, 5 tutorials, add new category. Awesome, there we go. Now what that means is when we add a new post here, we can organize them by category. So let's say I'm making a post on a new tutorial for a new fighting game that just came out. Why do I do it like that? There we go. Right, so I have my post here. I give a tutorial on it, and now I need to organize this. Before I publish it, let me drag over here. What I'm going to do is, for the categories, I'm going to select fighting tutorials. Now you can put it in multiple categories if you wanted to. In this case, I don't need to. This is a fighting game tutorial, so I'm going to choose fighting tutorial, and then I'm going to publish it. Now, what you can also do is if you made posts in the past, like for example, I made those previous 2 posts, right? And they're not in any categories because I didn't have any categories when I created these posts. Over here, you can see what category they're in. I can click on Quick Edit, and I can change the category that it's in. Let's put that in the shooting category and update it. See, it's very easy. Now, if I go to my website, most websites have a widget, a categories widget, as you can see here. Let me slide this over here. On my sidebar, I have a categories widget. It has all my categories listed. If I click on fighting tutorials, that means I can search posts that are under that category. And as you can see, my post comes up that I labeled it of a fighting category. Now, if I have 10 posts under that category, all 10 posts will show up. If I click on shooting tutorials, that one post is going to show up because I labeled that a shooting tutorial category. Makes sense, right? That's just your way of organizing your post. Now, tags, a little bit different, almost the same thing. Tags are for when people search your website, they will be searching your tags, if that makes sense. So, for example, let me go back to the Fighting Game 101 tutorial and click on that. Come over here to the right. I have a tag section. Pretty much, what do I want people to search for to find this post? Let's say the name of my game that I'm making this tutorial for is called Fight 101. So I might want to add Fight 101 as a tag, right? Because if someone's looking for a tutorial for that game, they're going to search that. What could be another tutorial? Or another keyword, I'm sorry. That could be a keyword. That could be a keyword. Those are examples of keywords. So when someone searches one of these keywords, they're going to see my post. So let me update that. Fix my screen here. Let's go back. Now let's search. If I search Fight 101, I should see my post. And there you have it. So when someone searches your tag, they're going to see the post. The relevant posts are going to come up. Now I can use the same tag for multiple posts. If the name of the game is Fight 101 and I make 20 different tutorials on Fight 101, I'll put that same tag on each one. So when someone searches Fight 101, they're going to see all my tutorials for that game since I tagged it with that name. Okay? I hope that makes sense. We can also click on tags over here to the left. And we can see all the tags that we have used so far. And we can add tags this way as well. Okay? So categories are your way of organizing your post. And tags are a way for people to search certain keywords and find a particular post. Now it's time to look into creating a custom menu. And what I mean when I say a custom menu is if we go take a look at our page here, at the top here, you're going to see we have Home, About Us, and Contact Us. All right, that's a menu. That's our navigation menu. Okay, what we can do is we can customize this to have any pages we want up here. You know, perhaps we don't want certain pages up here, or we want them in a different order, or anything like that. We can customize that. And most themes have all kinds of different menus. They have the top navigation menu up here. They will have a footer menu down here. Most of the time it's on the right-hand side down here. They'll have a menu with links. If you go to any website, you scroll down, you'll see they have links down here. It's usually the Contact Us link and the sitemap link and things like that. So we can create custom menus. So let's go ahead and get one started and create one. If we go back to our dashboard here, under the Appearance tab, we can click on Menus. And this is where the magic happens, okay? First off, you need to name your menu. The most common name you would make it is like Top Menu or, you know, Sidebar Menu, things like that. So let's name this Top Menu. And then we're going to click on Create Menu on the right side over here. And we have our menu. Now, the options you see here are theme dependent. Each theme is different. This theme has 4 different menus. They have a top menu, a header menu, a subheader menu, and a footer menu. Okay. Now, the footer menu is the one at the bottom I just pointed out. The header menu is going to be this here. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what we can do here. Right now, we have 4 pages. We have the Contact Us, the Contact Mark, Contact Jim, and the About Us. Let's say, for example, at the top here, all I wanted was the About Us, okay? I don't want the Contact Us up here, right? I just want the About Us. So what we're going to do is we're going to select header menu because I want this menu to be right here. Okay, that's the header. Next, you need to select which pages you want in that menu. Okay, all I want is the About Us. I don't want the Contact Us. I'm going to hit Add to Menu. And there we have that. Okay, pretty simple. Now I'm going to click Save Menu on the right side. Now let's go back and refresh our page. As you can see, it's just the About Us. No home button, no Contact Us button. Okay, so most of the time it's pretty logical for us to put the Contact Us in the footer area down here. Okay, right down there. So let's try that. Let's go back to our menus here. Let's create a new menu. Let's name this one Footer. Okay, create menu. Okay, we want this to be the footer menu. And we want the Contact Us information to be down there, okay? I'm going to select just that one, all right? Because those are parented, so I'm going to select just that one. Add to menu. Okay, let's save menu and see how that looks. All right, and their footer menu is actually located right here. Okay, so any options or any pages I add to the footer menu will be lined up along the bottom here. Okay, so there we have our Contact Us page that they can click on to contact us. And up here we have our About Us page. Okay, pretty cool, right? Let's take a look and see where these other menus are. Instead of the footer, let's try the subheader menu instead. Or actually, we could try all. You can do all three at once. So do all three of those and save the menu and see where those other two are actually located. Let's refresh our page. All right, I figured. So the subheader is actually located on a white bar underneath the main navigation. So you can actually have a double layer thing going on here. We have our Contact Us information. And then the top part, the top menu is actually up here. Up here you could put probably your Facebook page link and your Twitter page link. That'd probably be the most common area for anything up here. So pretty neat right now. Each theme has their own different options and their own menus. They have their own menus in a different spot. So all you would do is create your menu and you add it, and you'll see the different options that you have here. Also, what you can do is, like I said, you can have a link to your Facebook, for example. You can add custom links. It doesn't have to be a page on your website. You can add a custom link. So let's remove that from the top menu and the sub menu. Okay, let's save that. Let's create a new menu just for the top. And we're going to add our Facebook page and our Twitter page. Okay, create new menu. We're going to call this our social media menu. Okay. All right, it's going to be the top menu. And we want to add a custom link. We're going to click on the links button, URL. It's going to be facebook.com, and then you can add your own custom page. And the link text is going to say Facebook fan page. We're going to add that to the menu. Cool, right? Let's try one more. Let's try a Twitter one. And then add your custom URL. Do a follow me. Cool, right? So let's see how that looks. Let's add that to the menu as well. Let's save the menu. Okay, and now let's refresh it. Boom, there we go. It's pretty neat, right? So then we have our Facebook fan page and our Twitter up here. And we click on it, it should take us to Twitter. Yep, there you go. Pretty cool, right? So you can add your own custom links, and you can add your custom links anywhere. It can be on the navigation bar, it can be the sub menu, or it can be in the footer at the bottom. You can add your custom links. Also, what you can add is categories. It doesn't have to be just links or pages. You can add a category. I can add all my fighting posts to the menu, for example. Let's add that and update it. So now up here at the top, you're going to have a fighting tutorials. And to click on that, they're going to see all my fighting posts in that category. Pretty cool, right? So creating your own custom menu, can really set your site apart from the other websites. You can make it really easy to access all your information and make it really easy for your visitors to get a hold of you and find what they're looking for. Now, if you ever wanted to edit a certain menu that you had already created, pretty simple. You just click the drop-down menu here, select which one you want to edit, and then click on Select. And then it'll bring it back up, and then you can edit and make changes to that menu. Alright, so we are finally logged into our WordPress blog. Alright, all the hard stuff is over now. It's time to have some fun with WordPress. Now, the first screen you're going to see every single time you log in is your dashboard. Okay, now this is what the dashboard looks like. Basically, it's just a summary of what's going on with your blog right now. Okay, so at the very top, you're going to see Welcome to WordPress. You're going to be able to customize your site. You're going to have some options here. You can ignore those. You have a Right Now section. It gives you a rundown of all the content that you currently have on your site. We have one demo post. We have one demo page, one demo category. Those all come automatically when you create your WordPress blog. On the right-hand side, we have our discussions. So we have one comment that has been posted on our website. That's also a demo comment. Scrolling down here, you're going to see a list of all your recent comments on your website. Again, this is the demo comment that is automatically posted for us. We have incoming links. These are the links that are being linked to our website, so you'll be able to see a list of your backlinks here. A plugins little section here where you can search the most popular plugins or the newest plugins that just came out. Furthermore, on the right-hand side, we have a quick press. This is where you can make a very quick post if you wanted to. I've actually never used this. I actually go into the post settings myself because I like to format my post professionally. So I never use this quick press, but that's there if you wanted to make a really quick post. You have recent drafts. If you have a post or a page that you have not published yet, that will be listed here under your drafts. You have the WordPress blog news, the latest news from WordPress themselves, and other WordPress news. That's basically it for the dashboard. You can actually edit this dashboard. For example, if I click this drop-down menu here, it hides it from showing. And up here, you will see the screen options. You can click on that, and we can actually edit what we show on this dashboard. You can actually not show any of this if you didn't want to. You can show how many columns you want to have here. See, I choose 4 columns, and I scroll back down here. You're going to see I got space over here to the right for more columns. So you can really customize the way this works. I can dismiss that there, as you can see. And you can just customize this of what you want to show. What kind of snapshots or what kind of information do you want to show on your dashboard when you first log in? To be completely honest, I don't use the dashboard. I never look at any information on this dashboard. When I sign into my WordPress blog, I'm instantly over here on the left-hand side navigating through the navigation menu over here. That's what I'm doing. I'm never messing with the dashboard. But I wanted to give a rundown of this dashboard because some people obviously do use the dashboard, to get quick access of stats and comments and things like that. So that's basically the options for the dashboard. Now in the following videos, we're going to break down all the options over here and really get into having some fun. Now let's go over probably the most important part of having a WordPress website, the post and the pages. That's how you're going to add content to your website, posts and pages. Now the difference between the two is simple. WordPress is a blog software and it's a CMS software. Alrighty. Now, if a lot of people don't use it as a blog, I mean, a lot of people do, but you don't have to use it as a blog just because it's a blog software. I have all kinds of websites with WordPress on them, and I never used the blog functionality. And the reason is because my websites aren't based around providing constant information on a daily or a weekly basis. And that's really the only reason you would have a blog, is if you have a following of people that you are constantly providing information to. And that's what posts are for. If you have a blog, if you plan on using WordPress as a blog, you will be making posts. So if we click on the post button here, I'm going to go to my website here. This is my website so far, okay? This is what it looks like. This is the default theme, the default layout that comes with your WordPress website, which I'm going to change this later because I don't like this at all. And as you can see on the front here, it's my blog. And right now we have one post. It's called Hello World. If we go back to our dashboard, I clicked on post, and you're going to see we have the Hello World post. Now this is a default post that comes with the WordPress blog, so you can see what it looks like. Now we can edit this post by clicking on it, or we can just trash it. And I'm actually going to trash it because there's no reason to keep the demo post. So once we trash it, we go back here and we reload our page, you're going to see that it's gone now. See, there's nothing here. There's no post here. No, the blog is completely empty. So let's go back and add our first post. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Add New up here. All right, here we go. And the first thing we need to do is we need to give it a name. What do you want to name your post? I can't spell today. So that's the name of your post. And next, we can add some content. Whatever your post is about, you type it out here. If you're going to give a tutorial on something or say hello to everybody reading your blog, you would just type it out here. You can add as much as you want. You can add as little as you want. There's no requirements when adding a post to your blog. And depending on what your blog is, that's what it depends on, what you're going to add to your post. It's completely up to you, whatever you're adding. I don't run any blogs. Like I said, I use WordPress strictly for CMS and creating easy pages for my website and sales pages. We can add media to this post by clicking the Add Media button, pictures, videos. I'm going to cover that in another video actually, so look out for that one if you're interested in adding media. We can style the font however we want. We can bold it, italicize it. It's got your basic editing settings like you do on anything else. Good bullet point. Just like that. It's pretty simple, right? So you get your post all set up. We can even add HTML. We scroll over a little bit more here. You switch it to the text symbol and you can see the HTML. Okay, so we can add our own HTML as well to your post. Now all the way to the right here we have our options for this particular post. We can publish this post and make it go live right now. We can save it as a draft, come back to it later. We can preview this post, see what it looks like right now. You can even time it. You can click on edit for the publish, and when you publish it, it doesn't have to be immediately. You can schedule when you want it to publish, anytime you want. And whatever date you set, when you click on publish, when that date comes, it'll post to your blog automatically. All right. The next is the format. Now, the current theme we have, it has these different formats here. Now, every single theme has its own personal formats. That's what themes are all about, the way your site looks, the look and feel of your website. So every single one will have a different option here. So depending on what theme you're using, you're going to have a different option here. I'll just go with, let's see. I'm not even sure what these formats look like because this is the default theme that came with WordPress. I haven't used this theme yet. We'll go with quote and see what that looks like. Okay. Let's try status. We scroll down a little bit more, and we have categories. You can categorize your post. Right now, all we have is uncategorized because I haven't created any categories yet. I'm going to cover categories and tags in another video as well. But this is where you're going to add tags for your post and where you can add categories and choose what categories for. Okay? That's it. It's really simple, right? There's no confusing settings at all. So I have my post set up. I'm going to hit publish on my post, and then we're going to go see what my post looks like. Okay, let's straighten this up a little bit. Let's go back to my blog. Let's refresh my blog here. All right, there we go. We have our first blog post with my information that I pointed out here, that I typed out. We can click on it, and it'll take us to the blog post page itself where you can leave a comment on it. And it's pretty simple, right? If I add another post, it's going to be right above this one. Let that load up. So let's see. I'm going to add one more, and you're going to see. I'm going to click on Add New Post up here. Type out some dummy information real quick. Over on the right, I'm just going to click on Publish. And once that gets done loading up, there we go. I can go back. Let me refresh my page here. And there you go. I got my second post now. And now every time when I add a post, it's just going to keep getting added to the page here. And pretty soon I have a whole list of different posts here for my blog. Okay? So that's pretty much what posts are. It's just for your blog, okay? Now pages are a little bit different. As you can see right here, we have something called a sample page. Now along the top here, this is our navigation bar, okay? And right now we only have one page up here. And if we click on that, really the only difference between the post and the page are pages are just, you know, a standard page here. It's not a blog post. It's by itself. It's a standalone page that you can go back and edit whenever you want. And that's all I work with are pages. And pages get added up here to the navigation menu, which we can customize that menu as well. And I'll cover that in another video. So this is a sample page. If we go back to our dashboard, scroll over here, and we go down to pages, click on that, we're going to see my sample page listed here. And it's the exact same settings and the exact same dashboard as the post. So I'm going to trash this sample page because I don't want that. I'm going to add a new page. And pages are good for all kinds of different things. A contact form, a frequently asked questions, a About Us section, a home page, a subscriber page. Pages can be for anything, a download page, whatever doesn't really belong in a blog post. Blog posts are usually dedicated to just delivering information on a daily or weekly basis. So let's create a page real quick. Okay, so let's say I created a page. Okay, it's about us. It's about my company, all the information about my company. Might look something like that with a little bit more information, I hope. And over here to the right, you're going to see we have the same options. You have your publishing options. When you want to publish it, you can save it as a draft. You can preview it, page attributes, and the order number. What this means is, on the navigation menu, when you create pages, they're going to be lined up here one by one. Okay? Now, by default, for each one you create, it'll be listed after the next one. But maybe you don't like the order of those pages that are listed there, right? Well, with the page attributes, you can order them however you want to order them. 0 is going to be listed first. 1 is going to be listed second. 2 is going to be listed third, just like that. So you can order your pages however you want them to show up on your screen. And you can set a featured image. What that means is you can add some themes, they have little thumbnails for their pages and their posts. You can set a featured image for your page, and that will show like a symbol to represent your page. So for the About Us section, maybe your featured image would be, your company logo, perhaps. So you would set that, and people would see that when they click through to your page. So once I click Publish, let's go back and see how that looks on our website. Go back to our website here. Let me go back to the home page where we see our blog post, and you will see the About Us page. We click on that, and we see our information, and you have the comment box. Now, you can turn off the comments for any post or any page. If I didn't want comments on this About Us page, which you probably wouldn't, we go back here. We're going to click on Pages right here. We're going to mouse over the About Us. We're going to go to Quick Edit. Little menu pops up here, and we're going to uncheck the Allow Comments, just like that, okay? And then we're going to click on Update. And you can also make pages private. Same thing for posts. You can make posts private. Also, under the Quick Edit option, you can add a password to your page. And when someone attempts to view your page, they're going to be asked for this password, okay? And we can also parent our pages. Right now, I only have one page. That's why there's no option to parent it. But from the drop-down menu here, for example, if you have a section called Contact Us, okay? You have a page called Contact Us, and then you want to give each employee of your business their own contact page. When someone mouses over Contact Us, you could make individual pages for each employee, and it will be a drop-down because they're parented under the Contact Us page, okay? So let's make a sample of that just so you understand exactly what that means and how that works, okay? So I'm going to add a new page here. It's going to be called Contact Us. Publish that. It's going to be our demo page. We're going to add a new page. Contact Jim. Okay, now on the right hand side where it says parent, we're going to click that drop down menu. We're going to choose Contact Us as the parent. And we're going to publish that. Okay. Now let's add one more page. Add new page. Okay, contact Mark. We'll put Mark's information there. Parent page, we're going to choose the Contact Us page again and publish that. Now, once we go back to our website and we reload this, you're going to see the Contact Us up in the navigation menu now, okay? When you mouse over it, you see we have different options here, Contact Jim and Contact Mark. And then click on either one of these. That saves room on the navigation menu. There's no point on having a Contact Jim and a Contact Mark and a Contact Ann up here. You can organize them all under one option here, just like that. Okay, and they click on Contact Jim, takes them to the Jim page. Okay, pretty simple. That's how you organize in the navigation menu with your pages. Now, to really customize this section here, the menu section, the navigation menu, be sure to check the video about menus, and you will learn how to customize all of this. Okay, so that's the difference between pages and posts. And as you can see, making your pages and posts are exactly the same. You have the exact same options. Just depending on which one you choose is where it's going to go. Posts, go to blogs, pages are standalone and in your navigation menu. Okay, guys? With WordPress, editing your site's settings and configurations is really simple and all in one place. Now down here on the left, you will see the settings option. And once we click on that, we have a few more options listed underneath that. Now the first one is the general settings. This is where you're going to go to change the title of your website and the tagline of your website. Now this is what you see on the tab of your internet bar when someone is on your home page. And it looks something like this. Here I have brought up a new tab and opened up my website. And as you can see, the site title, Vid Game Tutorials, is right here. And our tagline, which by default it says, just another WordPress website, it shows it up there as well. Just another WordPress website. So that's what that information is for. So I'll make that your title and then make that your subtitle or your slogan or something like that. Next off, it shows you what your WordPress URL is and just your website URL. It shows you what that is. You have your administration email listed here, so you can change that if you need to. Do you allow anyone to register? You need to check mark this if you want people to be able to register and leave comments on your blog. If you don't plan on having comments or having people register and you don't want a membership on your website, you can leave that unchecked. Then by default, if someone does register, what would you like them to be? Okay, the most common will be a subscriber. That means all they can do is read content and leave comments on your post. That's the most common thing. You have your administrator. That will give them the same access that you have to your website. You don't want that. Author means they can add their own content, make their own post. Editor means they can edit posts as well. So the most common thing would be the subscriber. Next, you choose your time zone, the date format that you would like to use, the time format that you would like to use, the day that your week starts on, and then you would save your changes. Okay, those are the general settings. Next, we have the writing settings. Now, I never mess with the writing settings. The first two options that you have, I leave them just like they are. They're just formatting options. Would you like to convert smiley faces into little smiley graphics instead of those symbols? I leave mine checkmarked. And the next one is, should WordPress correct invalidly nested HTML automatically? And I just leave that off. Then you have a default post category and a default post format. Again, I leave those just the way they are because every time I make a post, I choose what category it goes in. So the default post category doesn't really matter to me because you're going to choose which category you want it to go in. The next option is called Press This. This allows you to grab certain information from different web pages, just little clips of it. I don't use this either. And next is the post via email option. If you wanted to make a post to your WordPress blog from your email, if you don't have access to the WordPress blog itself, again, I've never used this. I always have access to my WordPress website. I'm pretty sure you should as well. So if you never actually open the writing settings, that would actually be fine. There's really no settings in here that are important to your blog. Next option we have is reading. Now this setting is going to come in handy, and it's very important for people who are not going to use WordPress for a blog. If you're going to use WordPress for just a CMS software, then you need to change this setting. This first option is your front page. What is your front page going to be? If your website is based around a blog, then leave it just like it is and keep it on your latest post. That means when someone types in your domain name, they're going to get taken to your blog and see all your blog posts. If you're not using a blog and you're making this straight up a CMS website with pages and information, you need to select a static page. And then for the front page, you need to select whatever page you want them to see when they first land. This is usually a landing page, a home page with certain information you want them to see when they first land on your website. That's what you need to choose. So for example, if I choose About Us and I save it, that means when someone goes to our website, they're not going to see our blog. They're going to see the About Us page. See? This is the home page now, the About Us page. So this is good for landing pages, email opt-in pages,
the squeeze pages, anything like that. That's what this is used for. The next option is how many blog pages do you want to show at one time on the same page. So at 10, that means they would show 10 blog posts before the visitor would have to click next to see more blog posts. How many items do you want to show in the syndication feed? Right now it's on 10. I leave it like that as well. Now for your blog, for each article, do you want to show the full text or the summary? What that means is when you're on your blog and you have a whole list of posts, do you want the post on the home blog page to show the entire post content? Or do you want to show just a summary and then make the visitor click on read more to see the rest of that post? Now, if your posts are really long, like for example tutorials, I would choose the summary, give them a little snippet, and then they have to actually go to the post page itself to see the rest of it. That makes your blog post page look a lot more smooth and a lot more professional. The next option is the search engine visibility. Do you want search engines to crawl your site and rank your site in their search engines? Yes, you definitely do. The only reason you would ever checkmark this box is if you don't want any traffic. Maybe it's a personal website. Maybe you're testing things out and you don't want any traffic at all. That's the only reason that you would checkmark that box. And once you have these set up the way you would like, click on Save Changes, and we'll move on to discussion. Okay, now this is all about the comments on your blog. If you're not running a blog, or if you do not allow comments, then you can skip this section, okay? The first three settings are, would you like to attempt to notify any blogs linked from an article? You can select yes. That means if you create a blog post and you link to another website, WordPress will attempt to notify them that you have linked to them and it's a backlink. So you can leave that checked. The second one is, would you allow link notifications from other blogs? Same thing. If another blog links to you, would you like to know about it? That's a backlink, so you can leave that checked as well. The next option is, do you allow people to post comments on your new articles? So this right here is a big setting. Do you want people to post comments on new pages and posts? Completely up to you. You can turn them on or off right there. Now, if you leave them on, you need to go to the next section. Do you want the comment author to fill out their name and email? Yes or no? Users must be registered and logged in to comment. If I allow comments, I check mark this box. I want users to be registered to my website before they comment. If you allow guests to comment, you get a lot of spam. You get a lot of robots and software coming and posting automatically and spamming your blog. And I don't like that. So I make sure they register to leave a comment. Then you can automatically close the comment on any post older than however many days you'd like. It's a personal setting, up to you. Do you want to allow threaded, nested comments? That means, do you want to allow people to reply to other people? I would leave that on. Visitors love to engage with each other and have conversations with each other, so I would leave that on. You can break the comments into multiple pages if you like. And then email settings. Do you want an email every time someone leaves a comment? I would leave that off. And do you want an email every time a comment is held for moderation? I would leave that off as well. If you leave this on, you're going to get a comment all the time, okay? Now, before the comment appears, you can set it to where you have to approve every single comment. Completely up to you. It kind of depends on how many comments you're getting. If you're not getting too many comments at all, you can leave that on. It's not a problem. If you're getting all kinds of comments, that can kind of get annoying, having to approve every single comment. And then if you do have to approve every single comment, you can check mark this next box to where once you approve their first comment, all of their comments after that are automatically approved. Okay? Kind of like a trust thing. Next, we have the comment moderation. You can enter information into this box, and if a post is made, a comment is made with any of this information, if it contains any of this information, it's automatically sent to moderation. You have to check it out. Now, the first option is 2 links. I put this on 1 link. If a comment is left and it has a URL in it, I want to see what it is, because most likely they're spamming and trying to get traffic to their own website. So I set that, and then you can set words in here. You can put names in here. You can put emails. You can put URLs. Anything you want in here. And for example, if I put google.com in here, and someone leaves a comment, and their comment contains google.com, it gets sent to moderation automatically, and I get to check it out. So it's kind of a cool system you can use to kind of not allow comments of things that you would not like to be talked about on your blog. Now, the next option is the exact same thing, but anything that you enter in this box instead of it getting sent to moderation, it will automatically be marked as spam and be deleted. Okay, this is usually used for cuss words, for spam websites that you know of. You can block spammers' IP addresses, things like that. And the next option is the avatars. Do you want to allow avatars next to your comments? You can choose to show them or hide them. If you do show them, you can have a default avatar of what you want to show. A mystery man, a blank one. These four are pretty cool. Or the Gravatar. Now the Gravatar logo is a website that works with WordPress, and someone can go to the Gravatar website themselves and sign up and upload their own avatar. And then when they're on your website, it's going to show whatever avatar they have uploaded. Okay, so that's pretty neat. All personal options. Now the next setting we can take a look at is the media setting. Now if you watched our media video, you'll remember when we uploaded media, we had the option to make it medium size, thumbnail size, or the full size. Like when I inserted that picture into our post, I chose the full size. Well, the medium size and the thumbnail size are right here. You set these to whatever you would like them to be. I keep them how they are right now because those are the common sizes for thumbnail sizes and medium sizes and large sizes. So I would keep it just like it is right now. This is just a personal option though. If you need to change this for any reason, this is where you would change it. And last but not least, in the settings, we have the permalinks. This is how you want your URLs to look, okay? Now, you need to keep this on post name 99.9% of the time. If this is an SEO-friendly website, you want people to find your website easy on Google and Yahoo and things like that when they search for keywords, you need to keep it on post name. That means it'll be your URL.com/whatever your post name is, whatever your page name is, okay? You don't want things like default. That just gives you a random number string and you don't rank in search engines. And the main reason for this is it's just easy to link to it. It's easy to get ranked in search engines with your post name for your keywords, okay? So just keep it on post name. Trust me on that one. I would not change that, okay? And that's it for the settings. That's how you edit and configure most of your WordPress settings. It's pretty simple.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about probably my favorite part of building a WordPress website. It's the most fun for me, and that is finding themes and plugins to go with my website. Now, themes, that's so much fun. I love browsing the thousands of different themes there are and really finding a theme that suits my website and what I'm trying to accomplish. Now, themes, there are all kinds of themes that are so unique and very customizable. So you really have to know what you're looking for. All right, there's themes that turn your website into something you could have never have imagined with its functionality. Okay, now there's all kinds of free themes and there's all kinds of paid themes. And same thing for plugins. Thousands of free plugins, and then there are premium plugins that cost money. All right, so let's take a look at the themes first. And the way we're going to change our theme is we're going to click on Appearance right here. And then click on Themes, okay? And we're going to see this screen here. By default, your WordPress website is going to come with two themes. And these are both themes that are created by WordPress themselves. Each year, they come out with a brand new theme. So all the themes that you have installed on your WordPress website will be listed here. And you can switch back and forth and activate the ones you want to activate at any time. So if we scroll down a little bit here, you will see I could activate this one right now. It's already installed. I just click on Activate, and it's activated. If I go back to my website and I refresh it, you're going to see we have the new theme here instead of that one. See, just like that. We have the same pages. We have the same posts. We have everything's the exact same. The layout is just different, okay? And this one's more of a plain basic theme, all right? So how do we get new themes? Well, there's a few ways you can do that. For one, you can browse for new themes inside of WordPress dashboard itself. By doing that, you click on Install Themes, and you see the new screen here. Okay, the first option we have is search. This is where we can search for a new theme. Okay, you can search by keyword or you can search by filters. You can choose a color that you want. For example, let's say I want a blue theme. How many columns do you want? I want it to be, I'll accept 1 column, 2 column, or 3 column. And I will accept a left sidebar or a right sidebar. Any certain features do you want? Now this means, does it integrate with, do you want full width pages? Does the theme have to be able to have full width pages? Do you want to be able to implement your own custom background? Yes or no? Do you want to be able to have a custom header? Do you want to be able to have a custom menu? Do you want to be able to use BuddyPress, which is a plugin? Do you want a flexible header? These are all preferences up to you, okay? And then you have a certain subject that you want the theme to focus around. And once you select what you want, you click on Find Themes. And they give you a list of all kinds of themes that you can use that are completely 100% free. All you have to do is click on Install Now if you see one that you like. You can also preview the theme and see what it looks like firsthand before you actually install it. Alright, so let's install one and see. What about this one right here? I like that. Let's click on Preview and see what that looks like. There we go. And this is what it would look like on my website. Okay, these are the blog posts here. Elements is one blog post. Worth 1,000 words is another blog post. We have our sidebar over here. We have our navigation menu up here. That's fine. So let's say I wanted that. If I previewed it, I could hit install from this window. Or if I go back, I can hit install from this window. Okay, so let's click on Install Now. And it will take us to another screen where it already installed it. Now, from here, I can activate it. And there you go. It's officially activated. Go back to our website here. Let's refresh it. And there you go. See, it's updated now with the new theme. Pretty cool, right? Pretty simple. You can see the look is way different than what we had before. Let's see what our pages look like here. See? Much different, much colored. Colors all different. Everything's different. Really cool. Now, if we go back, we can customize this theme. Now, when you add themes to your WordPress blog, almost every single theme is going to have its own custom options menu. As you can see, this theme is called Facade. I'm going to assume it's pronounced Facade. Facade. All right, Facade. We have here the Facade options. Okay, click on that. And there you go. This theme gives us a whole dashboard of its own custom options. Now, each theme has its own custom options. We can have the home custom homepage bar, that we can change the layout to 1 column, 2 column, or 3 column, and which side you want the sidebar on. That's pretty cool. Miscellaneous options, our general settings, our email. If you want to insert any header or footer code or links like Google Analytics, things like that, you can insert them here. So pretty cool, right? And you hit Save Changes at the bottom whenever you want that. And if you don't like this theme, no problem. You go back to Themes over here. And you can switch back to any one of these by simply clicking on Activate, okay? Pretty cool. Now, another way you can find themes is by going to the WordPress website where they have their themes listed. I will put a link to the right of this video, so you can click and go to this website. This is the actual WordPress website. This is the same database as we just browsed inside of the dashboard, but some people might like it better like this. Over on the right-hand side, we have the most popular themes that have been downloaded. You can see this has been downloaded 21,000 times. We have the newest themes that have been added, the recently updated themes. And you can also just browse through here the same way. Let's take a look at the most popular theme and see what that looks like. Pretty simple theme, huh? You can preview it. Let's click on that and see what that looks like. Okay, that's pretty cool, huh? It's a free theme. It's got its widget area here. It's pretty cool. It's responsive, and what that means is, responsive means that no matter what website or no matter what device that someone is viewing your website on, whether it's a phone, a computer, or a tablet, your website will look good. Your website will automatically adjust to fit the screen, the size of the screen that they are on. So responsive is pretty cool. A lot of themes are responsive, so I would look for a responsive theme if I were you. Okay, so let's imagine that you were browsing this website for a theme you liked, and you like this theme. Okay, so how do you upload it from this website? Well, one way you can do it is you could actually go back here. We can go to Install Themes. And you can search for it. Okay, and you see it here. We can install it that way. But what if the theme you found on the internet is not on here? Okay, so how do you install it then? Okay, pretty simple. What we're going to do is we're going to go back here. We're going to click on Download. Okay, you're going to save this to your computer. All right, now once that's done saving, we're going to head back over to our dashboard. We're going to click on Upload. And you're going to browse for that zip file that we just downloaded. Okay, so I browsed for it and I got it selected here. We're going to click install now. Awesome. It says it has been installed successfully, so let's activate that and see, make sure it's working okay. And there we go. It looks pretty good. Let's go over here and refresh our page. Awesome. There you have it. It is now on our website, and now we can customize this. Now let's see if they have a custom options over here, just like the last one did. Let's head back over here. And as you see, we have a themes option button that is here that was not here before. Click on that. And there you go. We have a drop-down menu to customize this theme any way we want to. We can have our own custom logo, edit our homepage however we want. Now, this actually points out, I like this. This is a good idea here. On the previous video, we covered pages and posts. And I said some websites don't use posts at all. As you can see here, this website does not focus around blog post, okay? You see no section for your post. The home page is a regular page that you would create. This is a regular page that you would create just like one of these, okay? That's exactly what this is. There is no blog post on this theme, all right? So that's what I mean when I say some people don't use it for blog. They use it just for a CMS website. This is a CMS website. It's just pages. There's no post at all on here, okay? So that's the difference. Finding a theme is really fun. And there's also premium themes, okay? Let me show you a website where you can find themes. If you have a little bit of a budget and you'd like to spend it, I can show you where you can find a whole lot better themes than these free ones. Okay, here we are on a site called Theme Forest, okay? Themeforest.net, and this site is all premium themes for all kinds of different websites, and WordPress is one of those websites. So if we click on WordPress, okay, we can sort this by cells. There is a navigation menu over here where you can sort it by different categories, all right? And these are the most popular themes on the website. So let's click on this one, for example, and see what it looks like. Live preview. Right, here we are. Now this is a WordPress website. Doesn't look like it, does it? It looks very professional, right? This is used just for CMS. There's no blog here. They have a blog over here, but their home page is not a blog. They have a custom slider up here with images. They have bullet points. This is what I like to call a sales page. See, they're pointing out all the different features, and you can build this. You can build this entire thing. Look at this functionality. You can build this entire thing within your WordPress blog. That is really neat, right? Look how detailed and awesome this looks. Let's go up here and see what the blog looks like, just in case you wanted a blog. Grid. Look, this is their blog. These are 3 different posts here. A grid style layout for your blog. 1, 2, 3. 3 more posts. They have different styles here. Let's try a different style. How about a timeline blog? May 2013, April 2013. What about a home blog style? Let's see what that looks like. See, pretty neat, right? And it has a sidebar on this one. It's pretty awesome, right? These are premium themes. And this website has thousands and thousands of premium themes that you can download for all different types of websites and different styles and portfolio type websites. Just all kinds of selections. And if you wanted to buy it, you would simply pay the price that they're asking for, and they will provide you with a zip file like we just downloaded a second ago, and you would come into your WordPress website, and you would go to install, and you would upload that website, the zip file that you downloaded. Pretty simple, okay? Now plugins, they're exactly the same. You can search for plugins the exact same way, and you upload plugins the exact same way, okay? Here's the website for plugins. I'll put a link to this on the right as well, to the right of this video, where you can browse all the plugins. They have a featured section of plugins and what that plugin does for your website. They have the most popular plugins. And if you find one you want on this website, all the ones on the WordPress website are completely free. So if you want one, for example, the contact form 7, if you want that, I recommend going back to your website, going to add new, and you can search. I would search contact form 7. Search that. And that's the one right here. And you can install that. Simply click on install now. Click on OK. And activate. And just like that, your plugin has been activated. And as you can see, it automatically added an option over here for contacts. When you click on that, that gives you the option for that plugin, which I'll go over that plugin at a later date. Okay, click on Add New. You can also browse plugins from this window as well. You can click on Featured and see all the featured plugins that are listed. This is the exact same list that is right here. Okay, you can go to Popular, Newest, and Favorites. Okay, and there's also premium plugins. If we head over to CodeCanyon.net, which is another website from ThemeForest, they're all the same thing, just different names. This is a premium WordPress directory. Go to WordPress, click on that. We'll go to popular items, for example. Let's sort it by sales as well. And these are all premium WordPress plugins that you can add to your website. For example, Uber Menu. This gives you custom menus for your WordPress blog. Makes your blog stand out that much more. You can add a slider to your blog. See a live preview what this looks like. See, this is a slider right here. You can add this to your blog. Okay, pretty cool, right? Let's go back and see what else they have here. Another slider, a visual composer, a form builder, another slider. It's like sliders are really popular on here right now. You can add an image grid. Just anything and everything you can imagine, there's a plugin for it, and I really mean that. It's almost like an app for your phone. You know that saying for your phone? Hey, there's an app for that. Well, there's a plugin for WordPress. For something you want, there is definitely a plugin for it. Now, there are all kinds of different websites that offer premium plugins. These are just two of my favorites. They have a bigger selection, but you can find premium themes and premium plugins wherever you want. Let's head back to our website real quick. And if you ever wanted to deactivate a plugin, it's simple. You just go to your plugin section by clicking on plugins and then click deactivate. And then once you deactivate it, it will then give you the option to delete it if you no longer want it on your website, okay? We're going to leave that one activated though. And down below in another video, we're going to go over some plugins that you need to have on your website and why you need to have them, okay? Some essential plugins. We're going to go over that. But that's how you add plugins. You can go here and look at the top most popular plugins, and you probably need a majority of these. They're popular for a reason. You know, they all do something that really increases, you know, the effectiveness of your website. Okay, guys? This is the funnest part. You're going to spend hours looking for an awesome theme. I get so addicted to just looking at themes nonstop. And I don't blame you. I go to ThemeForest. I just look at all the top selling themes all the time and how amazing and beautifully designed they are. So spend a little time. Find an awesome theme that really suits what you're looking for. And get that bad boy uploaded to your server. And let's move on to the next video.
So, keeping track of all of the users that sign up and register for your website is really simple with WordPress. So, over here on the left-hand side, we have a little section called Users. Now, if we click on that, you will see a list of every single person that has registered on your website, whether they registered to make a comment, or depending on what kind of website you have, they could register for multiple reasons to be a part of your members area, or whatever it may be. If they register, they will be listed here, and you will see their username, the name they go by, their email address, the role in which they go by, and how many posts they have. And from this menu, you are able to add new users by clicking on the button up here, and you would just need to give them a username and an email and a password, and then set their role. You are able to delete users. You would simply check mark the box next to their name. And then up here at bulk actions, you would go to delete. You can change their user role by checkmarking them as well and changing the role up here and then clicking on change. You can even click on the username itself and edit the settings for each personal user. You can change all of their name information. You can change their email address. You can add a biography. You can change their password. You can change just about anything. So WordPress makes it really simple to keep control of all your users. It's all organized, and you can edit any setting or anything you would like in the user profile right inside of WordPress.
Alright, so widgets on your WordPress blog are basically things that you can just add content and features to your sidebar of your page or your blog. That's pretty much what a widget is. Now, if we over here on our WordPress dashboard, if we go to Appearance and we click on Widgets, WordPress always comes default with a group of widgets, and you can see those here: archives, calendar, categories, custom menu, meta search, etc., etc. Now, the most common ones are always like recent comments and recent posts, things like that. If we go to our website, these are our widgets over here on the right-hand side. The search bar is a widget. The recent post, widget, recent comments, widget. These are all widgets on your sidebar. And you can customize how this works and how it looks. So if we go back to our settings here, you will see on the main sidebar, these are the widgets that we just seen on our page. Now, themes have different widget areas. For example, if this theme has its main sidebar, on some page, you can create a page on this theme where the sidebar is on the left-hand side. And in that case, you would edit this widget area for the way you want that sidebar to look. And they have all these different templates here, and you have to customize each widget area for that certain template. And since we're working with the main template, we're going to work with the main sidebar, okay? Now, these are all the basic ones: the recent posts, the recent comments, the meta, things like that. You can add a text widget. How you add it is you simply click it and you drag it, and you pull it over here, and you drop it wherever you want it to be on your page. So say I wanted a text widget above my search bar. I drop it there. You can give it a title and text. And you can use this text for HTML. You can add HTML. You can add images. You can add an advertisement. You can add a video. Any kind of HTML, you can add it in this area. So let's say a title. I just want a title that says my widget area. And text. Well, I messed that up really bad. Then you click on save. Go back to our page, refresh it. And you can see my text area, my widget area. Look at all my widgets. And you can use this area for anything. You can make an announcement over here. If you have a lot of readers, you can use this for an announcement. And you can add extra widgets. This isn't your only option for widgets. You have more options than this here. There's actually, if you go to the WordPress plugin section and you search the tags for widgets, you will see these are all plugins that add some sort of widget to your WordPress website. And I will put a link to this list in the right side of this video in the description. Now me, I personally like to remove the meta. I don't like the archives. And if you want to remove it, you simply just click it and you drag it off like that right there. Pretty simple. Okay, I like the search menu. The recent posts are okay and the recent comments are okay. And let's see, I'll take the categories off. Okay, so I have just this little bar up here means it was loading. It's done loading. Let's go back and refresh it. Awesome, there we go. So you got my widget area, my search bar, my recent posts, my recent comments. Pretty simple, right? And like I said, you can find plugins from the link on the right-hand side. You can add more widgets of your likings, a Flickr photo gallery, a YouTube video, you know. And we can add let's add a YouTube video quick so you can see how that looks. Let's go back here. What we're going to do is we're going to drag a text again. Click and drag the text one over here. We're going to drop it at the top. Let's name it. You don't have to use a title, by the way. I'm not going to use a title. Now let's get a YouTube video. Okay, I have one here. I'm going to go to share, get the embed code, copy this. Let's go back to our widget dashboard here. Now let's paste the code and save it. Okay, now let's refresh our website. And there you go. The video is now embedded inside of the widget area. It has a nice little border on it. Pretty cool, right? So like I said, you can embed any kind of HTML into the widget area using the text widget. Recent posts, recent comments, and you can really just customize this any way you wanted to. You can add an email opt-in form, which I'm going to do in a later video. Pretty much anything you can think of. And it's really simple to navigate and move through. And like I said, you just drag them off if you don't want them, and you drag them over if you want them on there. Pretty simple.